Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
I'll be sorry for my sin. Sin and breaking God's commandments.
Right.
As today, we don't keep God's commandments. You mind if I give you one commandment, my sister? All right, I'm going to give you one. Deuteronomy 22. But I'm going to ask you a question first. Right? Remember, it said the house of Israel went to slavery for their iniquities. Iniquity is sin, and sin is breaking God's commandments. Right? What's your nationality again? No! What's your nationality? Judah!
That's right!
You see that? We are the children of Israel. Y'all from the tribe of Judah. So they divided and conquered the nation of Israel. Right. So now you have the African Americans. When they look at the Puerto Ricans, they don't feel that connection. Because what? We have been cut off from the nation of Israel. Right. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So God is telling us, Chase, we are holy unto him. Watch this.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
What it means to be chosen. You got it. You got it, Jason. I mean, Jaden. Jaden, right? Jaden. You got it. I want you to have confidence in yourself. Like when you chose your shoes today. What that mean?
What? To worship.
No. To select.
Like to select.
Like you chose. You said, you know what? I want these. Are you going to the store, right? And you see a bag of chips. Do you get all the chips, or you choose that one bag? You choose that one bag. So you got all the other nations today, and God chose one nation. So read that part again.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So God said we are special unto himself.
Right.
Read.
Above.
Hold on, wait, what?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above every other nation on the earth today? You telling me God told me I'm special like that? But we don't see that. We don't see that. We think it's okay to be called, oh, I'm African American, or I'm just black, or I'm just Baptist. The same people that enslaved us, we follow right after them. But look, who's going to help us from our conditions? What's going to help us from our conditions? You don't know? You don't know? Let me get Ezekiel 39:23. Right? How do we live as a people? As a people. How do we live as a people? Okay. Both of y'all. What do y'all normally see in y'all neighborhoods? Cars. That's good. Children. What else? Black people. You said white people? Okay, watch this.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 23. And the heathen.
And the who?
And the heathen.
The heathen, the enemies, the strangers, the heathen on every other nation outside the nation of Israel. Read.
Shall know
that
the house of Israel went into captivity.
That the house of Israel went into captivity. What's another word for captivity? What's another word for captivity? Slavery. Slavery. So he said the heathen, the other nations shall know that the house of Israel went into slavery for what?
For their iniquity.
Their what?
For their iniquity.
Okay, so this happened to us because our iniquities.
Right.
I'm trying to put two and two together, right? So I find out everything that happened to these people, the nation of Israel, that's my history, right? And God said that the enemies know, our enemies know, it happened to us because our iniquities. I need to figure out what iniquity is so I can stop doing it, right? Just like if you were being bad and you always getting a whooping, when you stop doing it, that would get you a whooping. Common sense will tell you that, right? So let me get Psalm 38. You got it?
The book of Psalms, chapter 38, verse 18. For I will declare mine iniquity.
So the iniquity again, right? Watch this.
I will be sorry for my sin.
I'll be sorry for my sin. Sin and breaking God's commandments.
Right.
As today, we don't keep God's commandments. You mind if I give you one commandment, my sister? All right, I'm going to give you one. Deuteronomy 22. But I'm going to ask you a question first. Right? Remember, it said the house of Israel went to slavery for their iniquities. Iniquity is sin, and sin is breaking God's commandments. Right? What's your nationality again? No. What's your nationality? Judah.
That's right.
You see that? We are the children of Israel. Y'all from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
So if we went to slavery for breaking God's commandments, I'm gonna show you a commandment, my sister. And you can make that step for the other sisters. All right, watch this.
I gotta go.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman.
The what?
The woman
So who is it speaking about? The woman. Watch this.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So it says a woman should not have on what a man should wear. Watch this.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
And what's a woman's garments? What else? What else? Remember you go to the bathroom, right? And you just got a sign. What did one sign show and what the other sign show? Come on around, sis. Come on around, sis. All we're doing, sis, identifying what a woman should not have on and what a man should have on, right? So you said a what? A dress. How would you look at us if we had dresses on trying to teach you the Bible? Like, these brothers are crazy, right? You looking at like we crazy. So read that top part again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What's crazy is I was just talking to you about this right over there, right? So let's see what God gave pertaining to man. Did you already go over Exodus? No. Okay, give me Exodus 28. I'm going to show you what clothing God gave man. Show me where you find yourself on the sign, sis. So what we're doing is we're giving our people the solutions to our community. Because our whole life we've been told, oh, we got to vote. Oh, we just got to do this and we got to do that. But nobody ever told us to come back and keep God's commandments. That's the only thing God ever told us to do. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 28, verse 42.
Right.
And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness.
You ever heard somebody say, pull up the breeches? So what is he telling them? Make them linen pants, read.
From the loins even unto the thighs,
From the loins unto the thighs,
they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron.
they shall be upon the women.
And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle.
So who did God make pants for? Men.
Right.
So what we're trying to show you is, let's see if there's a judgment for it. Because, do you fear God, sis? You fear God? What does it mean to fear God? It's okay if you don't know. That's what we up here. Sis. We out here to answer questions. What does it mean to fear God? Because when you claim these things, you got to be able to back it up. What does it mean to fear God?
Like to be that or
It's okay. Scared to die. What about you?
to just be afraid not do the right thing.
Be afraid not to do the right thing. Kind of close. Let's see.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 120. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgment.
It says he's afraid of their judgments. God got laws that he gave us called commandments. And if you break them, there's a judgment, like a punishment. My sister probably can understand, like when you have kids. You tell your kids, empty the trash. If they don't empty the trash, there's a punishment behind that, right? The same thing with God. When we break God's laws, there's a punishment. That's why God told us not to sin. Sin is, give me the definition of sin, so you can understand. These words ain't just cool words to say. We're going to define them for you so you can know what you're actually saying. Watch this.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So God gave us laws in the Bible, like I just read you about the pants. That's a law. So sin is whenever you break one of the laws of God. So tell me, what should we be learning if you're not supposed to sin? The laws. So what we're out here teaching, sis, is to come to God's laws. So, do you love God? How do you know you love God, sis?
How
How do you know you love God? Because love is an action word, right? Or is love just an emotion? So if somebody say they love you, but they're beating you every day, do they love you?
No, so
So it's
it's
an action. So now, see, when I put it in terms like that, you understand.
Yeah.
So the same thing applies when it's dealing with God. God ain't going to take me. Give me that Isaiah 29 verse 13. Let's see if God just accepts anything people say, or he's actually going to go according to your actions. Watch this.
Isaiah chapter 29 verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
So Christ, God will call you out. Like, hey, you, with your lips you say you love me, but your hearts are far from me. You know why your hearts are far from him? Why did he say that? 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 2, verse 3. Why did he say your hearts are far from him? Because God is going to judge you off of your actions. Right. Everybody say they love God, but even murderers say they love God. People who commit whoremongering, people who commit adultery say they love God. Watch this.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 3.
Read.
Talk no more, so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth.
Read.
For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
So God said he's going to judge you off your actions. I said, don't even respond to it, he'll leave you. So God said he judged you according to your actions. So let's see if you really love God according to the Bible. Give me the love of God. So now we're finna define what is loving God. We already defined what sin is. What's sin? Disobeying the laws of God. So let's see what loving God is.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3.
Read.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
So how do you love God? By keeping his commandments. So can you keep God's commandments if you don't know him? So how do you think you can learn how to keep God's commandments, sis? Think about this. If you want to be a great race car driver, who would you be hanging around? It's called networking. You would network around race car drivers, right? You want to be anything in this world, you associate yourself with those people. So how do you think you learn how to keep God's commandments? Sirach 37, huh? Let's see if that's in the Bible.
Sirach chapter 37 verse 12. But be continually,
Sometimes.
but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So what we're doing, sisters, we're teaching our people to always be keeping God's commandments. We're teaching our people God's commandments. Like, I'm going to give you some commandments right now. I gave you pants. Do you love God enough to change? What is that called? So that means you're never going to wear pants again, right? Okay. What is that called? It's called repentance. When you find out you're in the midst of sin and you stop doing it, that's called repentance.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is